Hello, fourth graders. It's nice to see you again. Welcome to a new week. I want to just remind you that you can look for your Classroom Connections newsletter from me and your other teachers. That'll be in your parents' or family's email folders today. It includes links to our Zoom class meeting on Tuesday and also my office hours on Tuesday and Thursday. So please look for that. Remember, the expectation is that you work 2 to 3 hours per subject each week. And in addition to that, I want you to be independently reading. That's reading books of your own choice or magazines or how-to books, anything like that, for 30 to 60 minutes a day, each day. Let me know if you have any questions about any of your assignments. Fourth graders, you are going to be reading a story called Cliffhanger this week. If you can, it's on the Pearson SuccessNet website. You also are going to be learning about character, plot, and theme. Character are the people and animals that are in the story. Plot is the storyline or series of events that show the characters in action. You want to look for sort of a pattern, of upside down V pattern when you're reading a story. That's the plot. So it kind of starts when the character has a problem or conflict. And then there are a series of events called the rising action that lead towards a climax at we would call it the very top of the mountain. The climax is when the problem is getting solved, or when the most interesting part of the problem is getting attacked or solved. And then we come to an end of the story, and that last little piece is called the resolution. Theme, on the other hand, is like the big idea of the story. It's kind of like a lesson that you learn. Like, oh yeah, that book was teaching me about kindness or loyalty or other things like that. You're also going to be learning a little bit about author's purpose, and we've talked about that before. There's 4 reasons that an author writes any piece of writing, and he or she might be writing for more than one purpose, but usually there's one main purpose, and those purposes are to entertain you, to inform you, to persuade you to do something, to convince you to do something. That's called persuasive. And finally, to express feelings or emotions, usually in the form of poetry. Those are the 4 reasons 4 purposes that an author uses to write. I'd like to introduce you to your new amazing words this week. There are 4. Repeat after me. Extraordinary, decency, courage, and valiant. Listen to these in a poem that I'm going to read to you called Heroes and Sheroes by J. Patrick Lewis. Heroes and sheroes set aside their fear to lend a hand or lend an ear, to face the night or save the day, and never look the other way. They do not, with a single bound, leap up tall buildings from the ground, but from a sense of decency, they share themselves with you and me. No matter what or where or who, when something must be done, they do. Give thanks to the he and she rose who will turn upon a dime when occasion calls for action and be there in half the time. Roll red carpets out for sheroes, and to heroes raise a toast for extraordinary courage, yet you'll never hear them boast. Lend your hand to he and sheroes, to the valiant and the brave, to those simple people known by 2 simple words: they gave. Well, I hope you enjoyed our story today. Courage, the ability to meet danger instead of running from it. Extraordinary means very unusual or remarkable. Decency is treating people or behaving properly. And valiant is another word for brave or courageous. Hope you have a great week. Goodbye for now, Mr. Conger.